I'm Jacie and this is Unstitched Identity, a channel about sewing, thrifting, interiors, upcycling, and how embracing your creativity could save your sanity, just like it did mine. So I love the sewing community, like truly. I want to hang out with every one of the Instagrammers that I've come across and the vloggers. I think they're amazing, and I think even at quite a heated political debate, I think a few of us would get on really well. We're definitely singing from the same hymn sheet. But, and I'm saying this after absolutely weeks and weeks of displacement activity, and when I started putting all my stash on Stash Hub yesterday, I knew that finally I was going to have to make myself sit down and do this video that I've been putting off doing because I suddenly got nervous about it. Because I'm kind of putting this out there as a call to my tribe, and the way I dress, it's kind of other people's florals aren't necessarily my florals, and their floaty isn't my floaty, and their idea of a statement piece and my idea of a statement piece are definitely not a Tinder match. So, you know, and I always say, oh, I don't do florals, but I do. I've got florals in my wardrobe. You know, give me a kind of unhinged vintage print or something vast and ridiculous, and, you know, I'm in. And I say I don't do sparkle as well. I'm really not sparkly, but earlier on this year, I wore a full-length sequin dress to a works do. So, you know, no regrets. So I'm not here to be consistent, I think is what we're saying. And of course, I'm being a bit provocative because I'm kind of want to set out my stall. And if florals and frills and flounces, that's not easy to say. If that floats your boat, then I am the biggest fan, because I want people to, or to encourage people to find their own style and really, really embrace that and really get into that and really think about why those things appeal to them. And that's hugely important. And our style evolves over time. Of course it does. It evolves with influence from outside, what's in fashion. We might think we don't pay any attention to what's in fashion, but we do. It seeps into our eyeballs somehow. And, you know, not to mention the fact that, you know, if you can't buy things that are deeply out of fashion, which I suppose is why some people sew. It's certainly partly why I sew. But I'm interested in why we care about clothes at all, and why humans feel the need to express themselves, and why making something, anything, can shift your entire state of mind. And I will at some point share a bit with you about my, or I nearly said journey, dear God forgive me, my experiences in life, and how exploring creativity has massively, massively helped me. And I find that difficult to say, because saying I'm creative makes you sound like a wanker mostly. So we need to get over that, maybe we need to get over that together. So I don't think of creativity as a hobby. For me, I think it's a basic, fundamental human right. And I come across so many people that say they're not creative, and every single one of them is. You just have to find it and point it out to them, or free them in some way, or, you know, find some other way of exploring what creativity means to people. So in my typical I start a lot of things way, this channel is where I want to explore that, and through sewing and styling pre-loved clothes and some sort of slightly obsessive pattern cutting that kind of borders on architecture. That's the kind of thing that I'm interested in, you know, kind of the personal challenge and how things work and how things fit together. And it's that whole idea of clothing being, you know, you might sketch it is it 2D, and then you make it 3D, and then you make it 2D again when you remove the pattern, and then you make it 3D again. That's just endlessly fascinating to me, and I love that. And I want to find more than I can get on the high street. I'm old enough to remember lots of subcultures and have been part of that myself, and I still am to some extent. But there's less of that now. There's less, it feels like there's less of that individuality, and I really, really want to bring that back, that kind of English eccentric idea. So for me, it's experimenting with styles, things that work and that don't work. It's no fluff and no bunnies, which is an expression we have in our family about my style. Yeah, I want some, I'll like be, oh yeah, please can you get me some slippers for Christmas? No fluff, no bunnies. So no fluff, no bunnies. And I want to explore it in a way that doesn't kind of just feed that machine, that endless sort of machine of capitalism. I want to use what already exists, support small makers, support people to learn to sew. So many people don't sew, and they're always going on about, oh, you're really clever. It's not really clever. Some things are clever, but not the things I do. I just have a go and just give it a try, and what's the worst that can happen? So it's about opting out of that whole kind of buy more, be more nonsense. I have a lot of clothes. I love clothes. And in a few weeks, I'll show you just how many clothes that I've got. I've got something that I need to share. But I just want to talk about things in this creative space and get feedback from other people and hear your recommendations and your thoughts and your ideas and your inspiration, because creativity is it's not even just expression, it's protest. It's protest against the way things are. So if you've ever looked at what's out there and thought, is that it? Then hopefully you'll find that this is the place for you.